What's up, fam? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I have set up the month of February in my Makselife Planner, so stay tuned for more. Hi, my name is Darian and welcome to DarianPlans. On this channel, I share some of my favorite planning and organizational tools, tricks, and tips, and some friends as well to help us organize our life and our heart together. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on future guests and future videos. Okay, friends, so I wanted to do a video sharing how I set up my planner for the upcoming month. I've already done my monthly view of February, so I'll share with you how I have set that up, but I also want to share with you how I set up, pre-set up some of my weekly actions and even some of my notes and reflection pages. The one thing that I've really been into lately is bullet journaling, and versus I didn't want to buy a bullet journal, but I was definitely interested in figuring out ways that I can incorporate the bullet journaling system within my own Makselife. For example, in this past week, I did a whole journaling spread that was inspired by someone that I seen in their bullet journal, and I was like, I wanted more of this. This was very life-giving and therapeutic for me, and just the reflection and the note taking. And so I was like, I want more of this, so I'm going to set up some pages as well for the month of February. One thing that I had before each month when I Franken-planned my Makselife was I created this little mini dashboard system. That's something that I really enjoyed when I dibbled and dabbled in rings and discs, was that there was this place that you could go to that just had sticky notes for upcoming events, stuff throughout the month, like pre-planning stuff. And versus pre-planning, throughout the weeks and stuff, I like to honestly do some pre-planning on some Post-its, and I put them on this monthly dashboard situation. So for the month of January, you'll see this was my dashboard, and I really liked it. These were packages. This was one order that I placed on Amazon because I'm trying to keep track of my planner purchases. Some expenses. I wrote down routines, books / studies I wanted to do, just random things. And then this month it just happens to be some work things, getting ready for our Makselife Live and some freelance work that I'm doing. And so I really like having this dashboard system in place. And then I just took some Archer and Olive pins, which you'll totally see me use today, and just added these flowers and this Krissyanne design sticker for the month of February. And I really liked how it turned out. So that is just a little something, but let's see how I have set up the month of February. So this is actually one of the very few times that I actually feel good about my monthly layout. Last month's layout, let's see if I can, yeah, it was very neutral, minimal, didn't use a lot of stickers, but it tends to be very functional. And the one thing that I love about the new, well, not the new, but just with the Krissyanne Design Celebration Collection, is that I plan on using them mostly for my monthly spreads, and I just really liked how this turned out. This was from the Valentine's kit, and so I really just liked it, and I loved how this dashboard section turned out. And then usually how I color coordinate, because I don't know, color coordinating is just a lot for me, and I'm just like, it's just too much. And as color coordinating as I can get is within the Makselife system. Those 8 colors are enough for me. Pretty much the 3 areas that I like to keep track of, like I said, is personal, work, and then learning. So I literally just picked the 3 my outliners that matched this set and just gave them a color for each one. And that's usually what I plan on doing from month to month, is just picking the 3 colors to represent whatever is matching the kit. And I really liked how it turned out. It's very simple, but still decorative, but not crazy decorative. And so I really like this. It's probably one of my favorite things. So the next thing that we need to do are my monthly goals. And you notice that I added this kit. I put it from here, and then I think I put it a little bit with the the end of the month reflection as well. Yeah, so I also put it right here. So, and I just liked it because it just gives me some congruency throughout the month. And so, and I also added a little bit onto my content schedule before this as well. So anyway, let's dive into these monthly goals. I'm going to set them and then come back and tell you about them. Okay, you guys, so before I even write my monthly goals, I decided one thing I wanted to do is I love using the Zig Clean Color dots, like the dots that I just did, specifically for anytime it's goal related. And so I think one thing I'm going to do is for all my weekly actions, I want to go in and go ahead and put the dots down so each week I don't have to worry about it and I can just come to my weekly actions and just set my goals. Okay, you guys, these clean color dots are becoming like a planner essential. I really love them because they make the perfect dots. However, if you do not have these markers, you can use these with your My Outliners, a colored pencil, a crayon, if you are trying to go for the same color aesthetic and the same like categories like how it is with the Makselife system. This is just what works for me. I found that I really enjoy checking off my goals each week as I do complete them. However, I know there are friends who like to highlight them. The only reason why I do not highlight versus the checklist is because I don't carry all my highlighters with me. So it's just easier if I have a pen and I'm able to check it off as I go. Okay, so as we get ready to move into our monthly goals, I really encourage you to look at your annual goals. And I also have a page where I have written out my stretch goals and my progress goals and my maintenance goals. And that's just like a refresher for me. If you have a Makselife planner, all of this is kind of built into your planner already. However, if you don't, you can still implement the Moxie method for goal setting. I just encourage you to have a place where you have your annual goals. And then when you are going to plan out your monthly schedule, that you have a place where you're able to break down those annual goals and write them out each month. And then when you are planning out your week, that you have a place where you can write out your weekly actions. So that's just a short way of like implementing the system into if you already have like your current planner. Now, y'all, I could use your help. There's a few goals that I would love some input on. One goal is I just got a Cricut air machine for Christmas, and one of my goals is to figure out how to make my own stickers for just like myself and like foiling and the little name decals. So if you have any recommendations of YouTubers, Instagram accounts I should follow, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Now, y'all, the other goal that I have is I'm trying to figure out how to organize my mail. Right now, we don't really have like a clean cut system. So go ahead, put in the comments, how do you keep your mail situation together, y'all? Thank you in advance. So we just finished our monthly goals. And normally after I do monthly goals, I would set up my weekly actions, but we already did that already. All the stickers are laid out. All the dots are made. So when it comes to this page each week, I can just come here and just write out my goals and do my reflection and call it a day. And so now what I want to set up though is in between my two layouts for the week, I have these 2 extra pages that I want to figure out how to use. And honestly, it depends. It varies week to week. I'll have a video soon sharing how when I flip through my January layout, you'll see the different ways that I used it. But one week in particular, let me go to it. At the end of the month, I used it as another dot grid page, and I really liked it. So my monthly reflections were on one page, and then I made the second weekly actions into like a whole nother dot grid. This was just like a another way to monthly reflect for me, but I really like making this a dot grid. So I want to make all the pages a dot grid for the month of February. So that's what I would love to do. And so how I did that and how I'm going to do the rest of the pages is 2 things. I have this Archer and Olive notepad, which I'm obsessed with. And then these are like, clearly I use this thing a lot, especially in my Stology. But let me move this to the side. What do I want to move? I'm just gonna, okay. So this is my Archer and Olive notepad, and it's the Neapolitan, and I believe this is the A5 size. Yes, this is definitely the A5 size. They also have a B5 size that I cannot wait to come out. Like it's right now it's out of stock, and I really want that one because it's really closer to this actual page size. But what I did last time was because these are perforated, and I just love, first off, I just love the paper quality of this. It's just fabulous. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rip this off and put it on here, and then you'll see how I kind of have to use like 1 1/4. And so I'll cut strips and make it happen. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and I'm also going to bring out my contraption thing that I use to round the corners, because I like that these corners are round, so I'll make sure that the whole thing is round. And then I have my adhesive roller as well. So I'm going to go through and do that for the next 4 weeks, and then come back and share with you how it turned out. Okay, so if you haven't noticed or not, when I like something that someone else is doing, or I'm feeling inspired or motivated, versus going out and buying all the things that they're using, I try to figure out how can I incorporate and make this work with whatever I do have. And bullet journaling has definitely been one of those things. I do have astrology that I use. However, I was like, I really wanted to incorporate that into my Makselife system. And as you've seen earlier with the whole dashboard, that was an idea that I seen from people in rings and discs. And I was like, why not figure out how to make this work within my own planner? And so I think the benefit with me combining my layouts has definitely been that I have a lot more space, and I definitely have a lot more freedom and flexibility to do that. And it's just, I don't know, this is what's contributing to my planner piece, is that I'm making it work within my own system. Now, this is the last thing that I usually do when I am setting up for the month, is putting and figuring out like those weekly action pages and covering those up. But I decided that I might give you guys a little bit of a surprise, so you want to stay tuned, because there is going to be a special part. Okay, so as you can see, I got all of my dot grid pages all set up and ready. Most likely this whiteout is most likely going to either be covered with most likely washi or whatever kit that I'm using for this particular week, because I like to use the same kit that I use in my horizontal as well as in my vertical layout. So I finished all of that. First off, I just love this. I love dot grid, and I just like the creativity. Speaking of creativity, this is a surprise I wanted to throw in at the end. I busted out some of my acrylograph pens, and I wanted to just get a jump start on setting up some of the reflection pages and the dot grid pages. And I thought that I would get out the pens that match the kit that I knew that I was going to be using for the upcoming week. And so I found some really pretty coordinating colors. The pink, the olive, and the blue color pens are a part of the acrylograph Archer and Olive Jewel pack, and then the purple is a part of the tropical pack. Now, the pen that I like to use, which is no surprise because I use it just in my planner in general, and it works perfectly on top of the paint pens, is the Micron pens. And they're literally my favorite pens to use, and they come in a variety of sizes. You guys, I'm so happy how that turned out. Again, I'm no expert. I don't really consider myself a visual artist, but I do like to practice my doodles here and there, so why not? If you have, first off, let me know, are you into bullet journaling? And if you are, can you kind of go ahead and put some of your favorite bullet journalers and Instagram accounts, or even Pinterest boards that you like to follow, because I'm all for the inspiration. And then, like I said, I told you I would use those the parts that I would white out for washi strip. Now, this washi actually came from the actual kit that I'm using, and then I also have some Simply Gilded washi that I knew would also match this particular kit, so I went ahead and got that out. And then I decided to use some blackout dot grid paper to kind of just make some things pop. These colors are, the one thing I love about these pens is that they're very, I can't think of the word. I don't want to say juicy, even though y'all know that's my go-to word, but it's very saturated, and you can see how the paint really just, it sits on top of the paper, but it also is it doesn't soak into the paper where it bleeds through. There's no shadowing at all when using these pens, and you see that I go over them multiple times. And of course, you're not going to see the shadowing when I do the layering with the dot grid, but these pens are wonderful. I love them. They're literally probably my new favorite thing. That's probably my favorite thing of the month are the Archer and Olive acrylograph pens. But these are my flowers and my doodles, and just doing this, it just is one way to help me slow down. And that's honestly what I'm probably going to write on this page. My journaling prompt for this week is ways that I can slow down. And so that's what I'm most likely gonna write, but it's nice to have this all set up so when I do my weekly planning and reflection, I can just do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick flip of everything that has been set up for the month of February. So our monthly layout is complete, and I'm really excited about how this turned out. Next month, I'll make sure to bring you guys along for the process and make sure I actually film me doing it. I just got really excited when I was using these stickers. The monthly goals are all set and completed. Really feel good about these. And I also like knowing that, like, when you do, for me, when I feel this all, like, I give myself permission to like leave room for things to change and to add things throughout the month as well. So some of my reflection pages are set up, but all of my weekly action pages are ready to go. The stickers are down. All the clean color dots are ready to go each week. And then also all the dot grid pages are down and ready so I can have fun with those week to week. And then you guys even got a taste of what I like to do each week, which is set up some reflection pages, which I just love. I just love how this turned out, and I love those acrylograph pens. They're literally giving my outliners a run for their money and stuff. So really excited. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. And I will be doing a plan with me. Look out for that probably within the next week or two, probably for Valentine's Day. And so I'll do a plan with me showing how I actually planned, because I know it's been a while, my goals, my horizontal, how I use these pages depending on that week, and then my memory spread. So stay on the lookout for that. But you guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you hit that bell notification if you are subscribed already so you can be notified when I release new videos. But as always, keep planning, you guys, and I'll catch you around. Bye.